Hey guys, my name is Heroic Ideas, also known as Giles, and I'm here to talk about the Flash. Not just any Flash either. I'm talking about the one that murdered Barry Allen's mother in cold blood and made it his goal to ruin the life of the Scarlet Speedster. His name is Reverse Flash, also known as Eobard Thawne, and this video is going to be all about him and what drives him to torture the Allen family. Let's get to it. Eobard Thawne has been in many Flash stories through the years, but none have been as controversial as Running Scared. For those that don't know, Running Scared is a 2016 Flash story written by Joshua Williamson and drawn by Howard Porter. This story gave a retelling of Eobard's origin and had him go up against Barry Allen once again. The controversy of the story comes from what Eobard said after Barry confronts him and asks why he keeps invading his life. Because it's the only time you'll spend with me. That's all Eobard could tell Barry when confronted. His entire obsession and hate for the Flash stems from some intense desire to be noticed by him. I for one love this new interpretation of Eobard, but other fans didn't. Many people read that line and felt like the menacing villain had turned soft, into some ex-girlfriend desperate for attention. I think that's oversimplifying the complexity and interesting parts of this new interpretation. Before Running Scared, Eobard was a fan of Barry Allen and wanted to be just like him. He replicated the experiment that gave Barry his powers and suited up to become the Flash of his time period. While his intentions were seemingly pure, his execution was not. He purposely put people in danger just so he could save them and have everyone think he was a hero. A series of events causes Barry Allen to find out about Eobard's actions and put a stop to them. This is what causes Eobard to snap. He feels like the Flash has robbed him of his chance to be great, and he hates Barry for it. Eobard has some warped perception of Barry being some immoral hero that took him down because he was jealous, not because he was truly doing something wrong. I did some research to find out why Eobard was this way, and I found some pretty interesting results. Eobard seems to have some sort of antisocial personality disorder. More specifically, he's a type of narcissistic sociopath. I know this sounds like a big word, but trust me, it's pretty easy to understand. Narcissists, especially in extreme cases, have delusions of being greater than everyone else. Eobard is narcissism at its best. He thinks he's destined to be great and has some self-importance that causes him to belittle the lives of others. If that's not narcissism, then I don't know what is. This next part was pretty obvious. I think we all knew Eobard was some sort of sociopath. Sociopaths are quick to anger and struggle with truly caring about other people. It could be debated that Eobard is more psychopath, but that's a whole nother video. In Running Scared, Eobard is vastly different. He still has traits of being a narcissistic sociopath, but there's other parts of his personality that make him almost a different person from before. This Eobard idolized Barry in a different way. He was obsessed with the Flash, even as a kid. He described a connection to Barry despite having never met him. Previously, he seemed to admire Barry's legacy and strength rather than the noble parts of him, but now he seemed to love the heroic parts. Just like his previous origin, Eobard tried to become the Flash of his time through evil means. Eventually, Eobard manages to meet Barry, and he believes the two developed a connection, and they became the closest of friends. Even after Barry puts a stop to what Eobard was doing, he still feels like the two are connected. This is where the two Eobards diverge. While previously he hated Barry immediately after being stopped, this newer Eobard still idolized the Flash. He even reformed himself so he can make Barry proud. This time what causes Eobard to snap is seeing Barry treat Wally West with the kindness and friendship that Barry gave Eobard when they first met. Some might look at this new origin and say it's stupid, but honestly, if you look deeper, it enhances the character. Eobard obviously has some intense celebrity worship syndrome for Barry, because of his imaginary connection to him. His admiration for his hero was too intense here to be normal by any means. Even Eobard losing it over Barry treating Wally with kindness can be explained through something called a histrionic personality disorder. Histrionic personality disorder is described as a personality disorder dealing with attention-seeking behaviors. This is a cause for Eobard's obsession with getting Barry's attention. Seeing Barry treat Wally with the same kindness he treated Eobard made the villain angry. He thought what they had was special, and that was ripped apart after that moment. The mix of celebrity worship syndrome and histrionic personality disorder are driving forces in Eobard's hate for Barry. If we compare the two, we see a lot of similarities. Both versions of Reverse Flash were fans of Barry Allen, tried to emulate him, and were eventually stopped. There are a lot of differences too though, if not more. Eobard from Running Scared was obviously a bigger fan and was one for different reasons. The Flash gave Eobard something to cling to for comfort, while the other seemed to be a fan because he wanted the power and admiration Barry Allen had. Before Running Scared, Eobard was more sinister and driven by selfish ambitions like most villains are, while after he seems more mentally disturbed than actually evil. Even when you look at the psychology analysis before Running Scared, he has less mental disorders in comparison to after the story. He's still a narcissistic sociopath, but he doesn't have the histrionic personality disorder or the celebrity worship syndrome. Both origins created very different characters, and it's a shame we can only have one. But if we really think about it, whichever one you like all boils down to personal preference. The point of this video wasn't to explain why one origin is better than the other. It was to show that neither are that bad. You can look at the Running Scared origin and see crazed ex-girlfriend, but I think if you truly analyze it, you see more. You see a deeply troubled man that just wants his idol's admiration. He's definitely different from most villains, which isn't always a bad thing. I think that the origin makes Eobard a more human character. He's a man with mental issues and isn't really this unbreakable force of evil. Not all villains have to be unwaveringly wicked to be interesting. But once again, it all comes down to what you prefer. A human character riddled with mental illness, or a paragon of evil intentions. Thanks to everyone that listened in. Just so you guys know, I'm no psychologist, so I might have gotten a lot wrong in this video. I still hope you guys enjoyed, and tell me your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'm new to this YouTube thing, so give me any advice down there too. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. See you guys next time.